Hey, it's Tom from Texas, and it's Friday Night Live on a Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday edition, and welcome to everybody who's already out there. I see Garrett, Saralami, good to see you back. Kabuto Coder, hey, welcome. Good to see you on the live. Greetings. Well, welcome to Sunday. We're to get started. If you haven't seen what we're going to be doing, today we're diving into the Atari 5200. And excited about it. I haven't really had a chance to play much with my Atari 5200 since I got it a few years back. So this will probably be the most that I've really just sat down and checked it all out. Welcome to everybody. I don't know how these Sundays are going to go, but you know, I hope that we have a full crowd out there today, and even not, we'll continue on. Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, NES Encyclopedia. It says that I'm live, but I'm not seeing any interaction in the chat. Oh, good, good. You can hear me good. All right. I just want to make sure that it was giving me trouble when I got started. So I wanted to make sure that it's out there. Hey, Hidden Track. Operation shut down. I'm so happy all the people who normally can't watch. Retro Snake. Oh, wow. Awesome to have you here on the live too. Thank you for all your comments on all the videos. Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. All right, guys. So like I was saying, it's Atari 5200 day. We're going to dive into it, dive into the games that I own, and just talk a little bit about it. And then we're going to compare it like we always do. You know, I love to do the Versus series. We're going to see how it compares to the Commodore 64, do some voting, have some fun, and just have a blast. I want to show y'all some stuff that I have for the 5200. This thing is a monster. I actually have another 5200 inside here. It's the reason it's so heavy. But look at this box. And Atari was all about, they were like McDonald's supersize in this thing, right? It's about the size of the system. And it was huge. And it's still got the Walmart sticker on here. Let's see what the price says. Whoa. Woo. Saved it. So on the cover, I'll just show you the box here. Well, my whole box is all coming apart. So it still has the Walmart sticker on here. And it's $158, it says, was the cost back in '83, it looks like. And then some of the parts that I have on there. So it had this kind of controller, trackball controller, two at the same time. And the cool thing about the 5200, this one anyway, I know they dropped it down to just 2 ports, but this one has the 4 plugins for the joysticks. I also have some of the manuals and stuff in the original paperwork that came with it. So here's the manual, 5200, a lot of the different paperwork. And a lot of the weird stuff about it is it had, I'm going to do something I normally never do. I usually set this camera and just leave it alone, but I'm going to actually move it around a little bit to show you guys. So this hardware, we'll go on a little tour. Here it is in front of it so you can see it better. And this thing is just humongous. And here, like I said, had the 4 joystick ports. And then it had like this compartment in the back, which to me seems completely unnecessary, right? Again, I'm gonna do a little adjusting on the fly. So back here, I guess it was like a storage. You could put your different parts on here. And if you can see over here, this is the power. And it was really weird to hook this up. You have to go through this adapter right here, plug the power in, is directly from here, and then I have the cord going down for power, and then of course going through my VCR so I can actually stream it to you guys. And this thing, like I said, is just a monster. And look at the size compared. Let me grab a Commodore 64. So let me stable the camera here. So here's the Commodore 64. And if you just look at the size of it, me laying it on top, it's like this front section right here is your Commodore. Everything here in the back, it's just humongous. And that, like I said, they just supersized this thing. And it's such a unique system. Came out in 1982. It was only, I think they only sold it for a couple of years. And then it was right back off the market again. So this is what their super system was. Let me get my camera back set up again. This is what their super system was. And anyway, it was just such a unique and cool system. So now we're going to check it out. Let's see who's joined us out here. I want to welcome a few people. Oh yeah, you see I got my 1701 set up over here because I've been playing that. That's how I had it connected up so I could play. Hey, CS Pages 007, good to see you. Shinobi, Scientist. Did I say that right? Good to see everybody. Thinking of NES Encyclopedia, that was our winner last week of the poster. I got them pulled up here. Let me see if I can show you guys. Ooh, there you go. Here's our winner. Thank you, NES Encyclopedia, for sending me this picture. So, love giving away these posters. It was an ordeal to get it to Canada because I'm usually not shipping to that, and I usually use like Walgreens or CVS. But I'm glad it turned out, and I got it all figured out. Hey, Christian Catholicaholic, it's good to see you. Yeah, I think the poster turned out really good, and thank you for sending me that. I created a Discord a long time ago, but I never really did anything with it. If people are interested in it, I might start it up. Retro Snake. It's so good to see y'all out there. I didn't know who actually could join on Sunday. I just thought it would be cool. I had a wedding on Friday. But I thought it would be cool to actually be able to do a Sunday edition. So all my friends and all the people from overseas don't have to be up at 2 at night to watch, Friday Night Live, and can actually be here with us. So it's just awesome. Just awesome to have all the UK people here. Hey, welcome from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to see you, brother. Cool. I'm glad y'all are loving it. I'm missing one thing. Let me look 1 second. I have the adapter. So obviously this huge does not play nicely with the 2600 cartridges. Look how big these cartridges they made too. Everything, like I said, supersized. So they had an adapter, and I have that adapter somewhere, but apparently I laid it down somewhere and I did not know where I just put it down a minute ago. So anyway, it just plugs into there, and then you could play the 2600 also on there. All right, let's get off this hardware thing staring at it. All right, so we're going to play some games. I already got it all hooked up. Hopefully it's all still running. So just like always, I got the Commodore 64 on the left. The Atari 5200 is right here on the right. We're going to actually start with it. I think it looks pretty good. Here's just the full screen size of the 5200. And sorry if I get the numbers wrong. I'm trying to remember 5200 and not say 2600. And I didn't really talk about the controller. Just to jump back real quick. This controller is really probably the downfall, I would say, of the 5200, but it's so unique for the time, right? Coming from our 2600 and then going to this controller was just incredible. And the big thing in 1982 was to have a pause button. We could never pause when we were kids. And having something to be able to pause that was so unique. It's not so much today, but in 82, that was just amazing. And then you get the reset. And of course, all the numbers on there has 4 buttons, 2 on each side. And of course, the big thing that people don't like about this controller is that it doesn't self-center. This little rubber piece helps a little bit. I've got one that's actually missing it and it's really bad. So when you're one side or the other, it just sticks to one side or another. This controller actually works, but it's not my favorite to use. I have 4 of these controllers because I had that other system, but only 2 of them actually work for me still. And hopefully this one lasts this whole show, but this is the controller that I'm going to be using. And I know that there's a lot of people that just don't like them, but I just love looking at these old controllers. I think it's just cool going back and look at these retro systems. All right, let's jump back up here. Let's play some Miss Pac-Man. And I'm just going to go to the Atari. We'll do it side by side. Let's see if I can get this thing started. Everybody hear the gameplay sound all right? It's so weird not having a self-center. I want to welcome everybody. If I haven't said your name yet or welcomed you, welcome. It's hard for me to read the chat while I'm playing. Again, we're doing the Atari 5200 tonight, or today. I gotta get used to that too. Ah. Dang it. Good, sounds good. Thank you, NES. Oh my God, they mass attacked me over there. Jeez. Awesome, awesome. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but here in Texas, I got my neighbor right next to me driving his Bobcat up and down next between the houses. I don't know what he's up to. Good Lord. But hopefully my mic silences that all out for you guys. Hope everybody's had their coffee this morning. Well, it's morning for me. It's still 11 a.m. Got up, made it to church. Hope everybody made it to church today, if that's your thing. Made it to church, got me some coffee and breakfast. It's really not that bad control-wise. You know, you think you wouldn't be able to make these sharp turns, but I'm actually with this controller, I'm making decent turns. Okay, not any hard. The smoothness is there. Oh, has the intro screen or the scene between. They're just too fast for me. That's so awesome. That looked pretty good. I like that Miss Pac-Man. All right, now let's compare it to the Commodore 64. Again, got my coffee. Hope you got your beverage of choice. I don't know, y'all got Dutch Brothers out there? We have them here in Texas. I got, as you can see, I got the super size. So I'm hyped up on caffeine. I can feel the jitterness. All right, let's go to the Commodore. And we'll leave this one side by side. Let's see, start. F1. Uh-oh, wrong controller. I wasn't fast enough. Whew. It's rocking on my side. I gotta turn that down a little bit. Whoa. I always loved the Commodore edition of it. I always thought though this level, it's too red. It should be more pink, right? From this Pac-Man. Little critique. But that's just my opinion. I did know it felt weird not doing a show on Friday. I missed it quite a bit actually. It just now that I've done like 12 of these, that's routine, right? We got to do a show on Friday night. So doing it on Sunday actually kind of feels weird, but I'm glad so many of y'all showed up. Thank you so much for being out there. Hey, Red Glass 77. Good to see you. I don't think I said hello to you. Now let's just look at the Commodore only. Gotta get that cherry. Whoa. Ah, I got hooked. It went up when I thought I was going sideways. Of course, the Commodore 64 also came out in 1982. So your option was, did you get the Commodore 64 in 1982? Or did you get the Atari 5200 that lasted 2 years versus Commodore 64 that lasted into the 90s for a lot of people? Hell, for me, it lasted till 2026. Still playing my Commodore. And for the 5200 to be the Atari Super System, it's interesting that they cut bait and left it after just 2 years. Of course, they were supposed to come out with the 7800 in 84, which got delayed, so they didn't come out to 86. Atari just made so many mistakes. And of course, we had the crash here on the U.S. side. I hear that people in Europe say y'all never had a crash, but we did have that crash of the video games. But of course, NES saved all that. was so inches away. All right. So that's the Commodore 64 version of Miss Pac-Man versus the Atari 5200. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to open it up to vote. And if you've never been here before, never voted, it's cat. So C for Commodore, A for the Atari 5200, or T for tie. Pick which ones you like. Just put it in the chat. You just got to put the letter C, A, or T and put down there which one you like. The Retro Snake's going with the Commodore. Hidden Track, Shinobi, Agent M79. There's no counter Atari rules. Awesome, awesome. Good to see everybody out there. A lot of new faces. Love to see the new faces out here. Kevin Hill, good to see you, Kevin Hill. Logic Tester, good to see you. David Newton, welcome, welcome. You new guys, or everybody, let me know where you're calling from. What is this, a talk show? Let me know where you're at. TrevorCon64, afternoon, good to see you. Let me know where you're watching this from. Love to always hear. Love to see all the new faces. If this is your first time to Floppy Deep Dive, welcome. If you've been following me for years, you know what we do here. Yeah, it looks like it's very close. The Commodore 64 still took it 10-8 with 2 ties. So it looks like everyone's going with the Commodore 64 for Miss Pac-Man. But I did enjoy this Atari 5200 version. I'm not from Berlin. All right. Wisconsin. Always good to hear from Wisconsin. Love it up there. Love the rolling hills up there. Hey, there's Nukem. Good to see you, Nukem. Long Island, New York. Netherlands. Oh, Retro Snake. Cool. I didn't know you were from the Netherlands. Newcastle, UK. Love that all these people can, join. Love it, love it. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's cool to see like these new faces. All right, we're going to close the voting there. We're going to say the Commodore 64 round one. I'm going to stop it, clear it out of here, and let's see what else we got here on the Atari 5200. Close this out. I'm going to jump next. Up this one. Turn this on. I love the intro to the Atari, how they always show the Atari logo like that. Let's just do full Atari here. And let's play some kicks. So this is the 5200 version. This looks different than the version I played on the Atari 800 XL. Thing about Atari, it seemed like they had a lot of different versions of stuff. Everyone says the 5200 is just the Atari 400, Atari 800. And it's probably, it is true. A lot of the same, everything is in there. But, sometimes the games look a little different, but a lot of times they look exactly the same. And a lot of people wonder why they didn't cross it, right? And do the Atari 5200, make it compatible so you could have played all your games for the 400 and 800 also on the 5200, the cartridges. That'd be very cool. But like I said, obviously these things are humongous and does not fit in anything. All right. Let me grab this here. Make sure I got the right controller. All right. And let's play a little bit of this bad boy. Is there any sound? Got sound. Oh, what did I do? I must have pushed the button. Oh, like there's a... Oh, wrong button. All right. So yes, I'm playing this for the first time today. I thought that's what starts me. Let me see if I figure it out here first. That can't be right. All right, this is my mulligan. Ooh, what touched me? Let's reset this. I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's probably more user error than them, but something I'm doing wrong here. I thought I just start drawing like that. All right, let's start this. Side to side. Push the button. Nope, I gotta hold the button. That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm letting go of the button. Okay. All right, took me a hot minute. Got it. Round one, going pretty smooth now that I figured out I hold down my button. I think it does red too. I'm not sure if there's another button. Oh, I just did it. So it looks like the top button does red, the bottom button does blue. Let me confirm that. So this is slow. I think you score more points going slow. And then the bottom button on the side makes it do blue. Ooh, not sure what I did there. Oh, mercy. Again, happy Sunday to everybody. Normally we do these on Friday nights. I touched nothing. I didn't push anything. I did nothing, and it just died. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I didn't even see one of those things next to me. Let's give it another go. We'll go crazy. Try to get a big one. We'll try to cut it in half. I don't know what I did. Interesting. Oh, I thought maybe it stuck. It was just sitting there playing the same sound over and over. Any fans of kicks out there? Ooh, that one I did see the guy get me. Dang it. I guess I got to drive right along here. I can't go through it. Let's do the slow, gets more points. I'm not hating it. all issues are probably user my issues, not so much the system itself, but I'm not minding this version of kicks. Ooh. Ah, it got me. Uh-oh. Woo. Ah. Again, if you're just jumping on, we're doing Atari 5200 this week. Game over. So that's kicks on the 5200. See what the chat's saying over here. Yep, a 2600 adapter was. Like I said, I had something like that. You stop, don't do that. Yep, that was my problem. It was sticking. Never the same game twice. That's right. It isn't ever the same game twice, and it definitely is unique for that. I liked it at the arcade. I like this version here too. Let's look at the Commodore 64 version. Let me switch it over here. I'm using my Ultimate 2 Plus to play everything today. And I think there's a cartridge version of it, if I remember right. OP. Nope. Just a Qbert, no kicks. That's all right. This is how we roll. Let's find a good one out here. This one looks good to me. Uh-oh. Let's make sure. Yeah, or drive 8. Oh no, it was working just fine earlier, and today it decided not to. Of course, because we're live, right? Try this one more time. If not, we move on to the next one. Do. That's all good. That's not where I want to be. I'll come back to here. Come on, Commodore, work with me today here. No. All right, I'm going to do a quick switch here. enjoy a little bit of Sid music while I do it. All right, we're back. It took me a hot minute. I had to do a lot of switching, but we finally got the Commodore up here and running. So let's play a little kicks on the Commodore 64. Of course, it always happens when you're live. Everything works fine until that moment, but it's all good. You get to enjoy a little bit of Sid music. It's Sunday anyway. It's just laid back, good old lazy Sunday. Whew. Oh, got me. Yeah, for some reason my Ultimate 2 Plus, some days work great and some days it just stops working. And then I tried a new Commodore 64, and it worked perfect last time, and it's been working perfect until today. So now, I thought it was, I had the Commodore 64 where there was something wrong with it. Now, I don't know, maybe it's my Ultimate 2. I enjoy the Johnny Be Good. Gets you a little hyped up. Makes me think of Back to the Future. Let's do a full screen of Commodore. Let's restart. If it lets me. It's just going to be that kind of Sunday. It happened from when I almost dropped the whole box of 5200. It's just kind of continuing on. Why is it not starting over? That's hilarious. All right, let's reset. Cool things about the lives is you just go with the flow. If you're new here, we have a great community, a lot of regulars, and I appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all the ones who are members and support me. All the ones with the green, thank you so much for being a member. I like the different, you know, it's just not the normal red or blue. This game came out real late on the Commodore 64, late-wise, and I think it was like 88, 89. They did a official release. I don't see where I could do, got me. I don't see where I could do a fast or a slow on this version. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. All that work to play it. I gotta play it. All the time it took me to get the thing loaded. Thank you to everybody who's out there. Good to see y'all. Ooh. Again, we're focusing on the Atari 5200 today. Checking it out. I don't know if any of you owned it. Put in the chat if you've owned the Atari 5200 back in the day or still today. Like I said, it's a beast of a system. Ooh, got me even low. And that's the Commodore 64 kicks. So I'll let y'all vote. Y'all tell me what you think, but let me see what's going on in the chat before we open up the vote. Sunday, Blady Sunday. Hey, Death Row, good to see you. That fits my day perfectly so far. Everything sounds good. Did not have an Atari 1500 back in the day. 2600, 800 XL, 800 ColecoVision. I love my 800 XL. I do want to get just an 800 just because the 800 has actually S-Video already set up on it. Agent M79, do you have the S-Video mod on your XL? Hold down the button to go slow if I remember right. In the Atari. Okay. Nice graphic, but tiny sound here. 52 came out too late to make a difference. Yeah, it came out in 82, and that was the Battle ColecoVision more than the Commodore 64, but I'm glad I got my Commodore 64. And I think they're limited the number of games on there too. I was going to show some of the games that I had. Oh, before I do that, let's vote. Which kicks did you like? I'm opening it up. Let me get on the right screen that actually shows you. All right. C for Commodore, A for Atari, T for tie. Pick which one that you liked out of the two games there, the two systems. Kangaroo. I don't have Kangaroo. Kicks Countermeasure. I have Countermeasure. Yeah, most were identical to the Atari 8-bit. That's why a lot of people wondered why they didn't just make it compatible so you could have, if you had them, you know, they were crossed. The 2GS version's way better. Oh, I don't have a 2GS. Do you have one of those, Kevin? I've got the 2E. I'd like to have a 2GS. Yeah, I haven't done the mod for the XL yet, but I'd like to also. Commodore, a big blowout on kicks. 13-2, one tie. Del Boy 3K, good to see you out there. So cool. So cool to see some of you guys who I always see and, you know, leave comments, but I never got to talk to you in person. Awesome. Awesome. Suds, good to see you. I don't think I said hello to you. 7 Up Squared, good to see you. Awesome. All right. It looks like the Commodore blew it out of the water. Good thing I got it loaded. Hopefully it'll work good for me the rest of the way here. Now we're going to move on to the next one. I just got a stack here, but I wanted to show the games. Let me go to full Tom here. All right. So I have a few in the boxes and just wanted to show a couple that I own. So I don't know if we'll get to all these, but we could always do another Atari 5200, but I got Super Breakout. I think this is the one that most people got for this game. Maybe not, maybe came with it. My box didn't say anything came with it. Let me look at the cover. Besides it saying Xmas. They do show Super Breakout on there. I'm not sure if it came officially with it. It doesn't say. Love these old boxes. Of course, it looks like one time they switched it to an Xmas box. It was probably storing Christmas stuff in it, but I got it back to what it was intended for. So Super Breakout there. Here's another original that I have. Oh, I got two Super Breakouts. As I said, I got two systems for some reason. I bought it in someone was selling a bunch of them. I got Pac-Man. Of course, I got everything in my plastic, most of them in my plastic cases here to protect the box so they don't get any worse. And of course, Defender. They had all the classics for these systems. Miss Pac-Man. This one I didn't have my plastic in. I must have got it recently. Pole Position. Arcade Hit of the Year. Centipede Classic. And Galaxian. So those are the ones that I have actually in boxes. Let's switch back over to here. Power this off. And Control Shift. Stop the voting here. Hopefully I'm not blasting you guys out too bad with the snow. Remember when you used to get snow, that sound? All right, we're moving on to Dig Dug. This one I know for a fact is on the cartridge. for the Commodore 64 anyway. And it's funny, you know, having all these systems, you always have so many different versions of all these games. Like I got Dig Dug here, 5200, 800 XL, Commodore, the 7800. They just kept generating the same games over and over again for all these different systems. The classic arcades. But let's start off with the 5200 since it's the star of the show today. Let me see if I remember how to play. Ah, I could just hold down the button. I don't have to keep pushing it. Lesson learned there. Yeah. It's a habit. I just want to keep pushing the button to pump them up, but I don't have to do that. Just hold it down. Let's see if I can get a rock crush before this guy gets me. Turn, turn! Oh, he didn't move. I gotta be careful on these joysticks. I want them to last. Alright, let's see if we can catch this dragon before he's gone. Oh! Dang non-centering. He keeps wanting to go up. I want him just to stand there and wait for him. It's hard to get used to that joystick. But this is how we would have done it. Exactly how we would have played it in the 80s. You just had to get used to the different joysticks. You knew no different, besides if you had the 2600, how that felt. Luckily, he stands still when I start doing the pump to blow him up. But I physically got to move it back to the center so he stops and doesn't keep moving. If my memory serves me right, this one looks exactly like the Atari 800 XL's version that I played. Always been a fan of Dig Dug. Ah! I was doing so well. Sometimes the quick cuts are hard to do on this. Shouldn't he be wanting to escape? That's what I thought. Oh! Dang it. I missed him. That was 100% joystick related. If you're new here, I'm all about original hardware. I'm not a big fan of emulation. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather play it like we really did in the 80s, see what it really felt like, instead of just an emulated version of it. So that's what makes Floppy Deep Dive unique compared to other channels, a lot of people who emulate. And also, I don't know if a lot of people do two systems at once. It's just, you know, double chance of having issues, but I don't mind it. I think it's fun looking, comparing the systems of me being a Commodore guy. I grew up Commodore 64. So that's what's always, you know, I saw and knew about. So when I would go to someone else's house who actually would have a Atari or Atari 5200, I could see the differences. Ooh, just too many of them. And that's what I think's cool. That's why I do it, guys. That's why I enjoy playing them, because to see the differences. And just to keep these systems alive. Being Gen X, I just love, you know, these old games and going to the arcade and the memories of it all. All right, so that was the Atari. Let's jump over here to the Commodore 64 and start it. Hopefully I'm in the right port. I don't think I can just hold down my button on this version. I think I actually have to pump it and hit the button. I can't remember. Let's try real quick. Ah! Dang it. That's not supposed to happen on level 1? Or I guess they call it round 1. Turn it down a little bit. It's really cranking on my side. Come on, let's get a rock crush. There we go. It was just such a cool game back in the 80s. This was a big one that I would play a lot in the arcades. Dun, 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 dun. Try to dig a rock, take them out all at once. Booyah! Ah, came up from behind me. Aye, aye, aye. So of course this is the one I grew up with and played all the time on my Commodore. Oh no. Yeah, 3 of them chasing me. 4. It was just too many. Just too many. Take some of them out. Ah, got too aggressive. Too aggressive there. See that? See that? See me go a little crazy there? Get all those people at one time? I like how the music stops playing when you stop moving. Love it, love it. All right, let's see what's going on over here in the live stream. That's the Commodore 64. We'll reset it. I think we all got an idea. So let's see what's going on here. Much more responsive, 100%. Sid's amazing. I agree with you, Kabuto. It's definitely amazing. Yeah, the Commodore 64 version is so good. I mean, it's so close to the arcade. It really is. Yeah, it's definitely the underdog, but you know, I think it's worth looking at. And it's just cool because they both came out in 1982, right? Namco did both conversions. Yeah. It was really good. I think the Dig Dug Blue, it was better than the Atari 800 XL, which is just like this version. So I really think they did a good job. Let's vote on it, guys. I got it over here. Let me go ahead and open it up. And again, to vote, CAT. Just put C in the chat, and it'll do Commodore. T if it's a tie. Garrett went with a tie. Garrett, I think it's different probably watching this and not being, you know, half asleep. Or maybe you're still asleep. Yeah, the Commodore is truly the superior version. But if you had the Atari 5200 back there in the day when you were a kid, you got a good version. You still had something good to play. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad your son could watch too. Hello to Garrett's son. My brother and his little daughter also watches me. I always like when the little ones watch. That's why I try to keep it PG. I want the young generation to see the games that we loved and enjoyed when we were kids, right? I agree, Red Glass. 5200 is still solid, still solid. So 14 for the Commodore, 3 ties. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going to shut it down there. We'll close that out. We'll move on to the next game to check out. And let me power this up. I'm going to jump to Jungle Hunt on the Atari. Let me see here. There's Jungle Hunt on the Commodore 64. Let's see if it starts up here. There we go. All right, let's start now. Set these aside. So we already played those. Grab the joystick here. Let's start with the Atari. Let's make sure. I guess I can't move. Do I just jump? Thought I could get on the edge. Let's see. I can honestly say this will be my first time playing this. I'm gonna silence the Commodore version because it's very loud. Let's see. That's this one over here. So we just hear the Atari. In fact, some stuff so I can actually get to it. Let's just get to the Atari only. There. That should only play the Atari sound. All right. Let's see if we can get this started. I am on the Atari, right? That's the Commodore. That's the Atari. Let's try it. All right. That screen really doesn't show you much, does it? Let me adjust that a little bit. Hardware so you can actually see 5200. I'm not ever sure if it's the top button or bottom button to jump. All right. See if I'm any good at this. Ooh. Back. Gotta be patient. I just want to go crazy and start jumping, but I know I'll fall. It's the top button on this one that jumps. Ooh. Any Jungle Hunt fans out there? Y'all remember playing this one? Did y'all ever own the cartridge of this one? Alright, I think I made it to the water. I gotta remember how to do this. Dodge the gators. I think I could stab them too. Don't run out of oxygen. I think these things grab you, right? Yeah, I thought so. Oh! Grabbed me and then the gator got me. Dang it. I'm gonna try to get a gator. Nah, I'll keep dodging them. I'll probably die. But I know I can knife them. Oh! I had to try. It's too hard to control to get right in front to give them the knife correctly. It's easier to try to dodge them. Love it. I do not like these oxygen things. Because as soon as it grabs me, that's when that gator comes and gets me. Dang it. Oh, they made me do game over there. There's never a start where you end. They kept it rough on us kids in the 80s. I don't know. You know, the other one was easier to do settings. I don't know if these buttons do anything. I'm going to mess with it. I don't know what's starting it. I'm just hitting one there. I'm going through these different buttons. See if these numbers change anything. Nope. That started it. I gotta give it another go. I thought I could get out on the edge of that tree before I jumped, but I guess not. Some reason I remember Jungle Hunt tied to a cereal box of some giveaway of some sort, but I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what my memory pops up. I thought you could climb up and down on the vine, but I guess not that either. It's all, oh, I did not do a multi-jump. Darn it. Out. Out. Back. Uh, yeah, it's all just the timing there. If you're just now joining, welcome. Welcome to Friday Night Live on Sunday. Welcome to all the people who normally have to join real late. Now you can actually watch the show before going to bed instead of staying up real late. All my people across the ocean on the other side of the world, welcome. And of course, all the people here in the United States and in Canada who's with me, or South America. Welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. I always love it to have new people at Floppy Deep Dive and discovering us for the first time. If you're new here, welcome them. And if you're old here, you know I love you guys. We have an awesome community. Feel free to talk, speak up. Everyone's just so friendly, and that's what I love about it. Now I'm getting those gators. Hey, I made it! I made it! Now's the rocks. Let's make sure remember if I remember how to jump. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's two. Oh, he got me. Dirty dog. Dirty dog. It's probably been 40 years since I played Jungle Hunt. That was awesome. I like that game. I was hoping I'd get a little bit farther, but that is Jungle Hunt on the Atari 5200. Now let's check out the Commodore 64 version. Hopefully it's port 1 still. Yeah, it should. Yeah, we hear sound. All right. Let me get this thing started. Maybe button. Let's see. F1 to start. Regular. Yep. All right. Oh, I thought it did start. Maybe it's not this port. Yep, not this port. There we go. Port 2. Oh no. Oh, he got... There's nothing worse than it thinks we're double jumping. All right. That's all right. I get one mulligan every system. You know, half the fun of the lives is getting these things to work while live. Easy to edit out when you're making videos, not so much when it's live. But that's the excitement and enjoyment I get out of it. And of course, talking to you guys. It's so much better having a crowd to talk and interact with, besides just filming a video and hoping you guys like it. Oh, I don't know why sometimes it double jumps. Maybe I hold the button too long. I know I probably push it extra hard thinking it helps with the jump, and it really doesn't. But I've done that since a kid. There'd be no difference. You think you push the button harder, it's going to jump farther, and you push it over harder, you think it's going to go farther. It's just never going to change. And I love it. But I broke many a joystick. If you're on the live where I snap the joystick, it happens. I prefer it not happen, but it happens. All right, we made it to the water. Let's see how these crocodiles are. Ooh, they're aggressive. Oh, he was very aggressive. Good Lord. I was hoping I could get under him. Oh, I got to play again. That's just too fun. I love it. F1 to start. Just not enough lives. I need the unlimited live version. Oh, there we go. I swing, even body motion. You got to swing with it too. Oh no! Ooh, he still got it. Back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double jump. I don't know why it double jumps. All right, patience. Woo! Mercy. No pressure, no pressure. There's only 71 people watching me. No pressure at all. Welcome everybody who's out there. I've ever welcomed you. Hope you're having a good Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon now. Or I guess it's Sunday evening in the UK. Awesome to see all the new faces out there today that could actually join us who haven't been able to join on a Friday night. Loving it. Ooh, got past the first one. Ooh, where'd that gator come from? Ooh. Can I stab those buttons? Yeah, I can. Still got me. I tried to scare him off. I'm just pushing constantly, hoping if I do hit him, it gets him. Oh, I hear more bubbles coming. By that croc. No sir, not today. Let's get to those rocks. Sometimes you got to stand up so you can really get into these. Oh no! Make it like a virtual reality. That'd be pretty cool. A Commodore 64 virtual reality game. Oh, too busy talking. So defeated. I love it. I just love Jungle Hunt. Have a blast. Having a blast. All right, let's see what's going on here, guys. Nukem, I don't remember this much. Flicker. I don't know what Flicker. I'm not sure which system you're talking about. It couldn't be the capture card. It could be anything. The retro tink it's going through. Garrett, yes, it is a great one. I love this one. Let's go side by side here. One day I'll get fancy, have those buttons like people have where they just switch between screens. Still have a big box full of the... Yeah, I have a bunch of Commodore 64 joysticks too. A lot of them from the 2600 systems. All right, guys, let's vote. Let's vote. If you're new here, put C for Commodore, A for Atari, T for tie, just like it says on there, and vote now. Which one did you prefer? Trev Icon 64 gives it to the Atari. Atari's getting some love on this one. Commodore's getting love too. NES Encyclopedia gave it a tie. Atari by a tiny margin. Nukem goes for the Commodore. James Commodore, David Commodore. It's very tight race, This is very, very close. Commodore's taking a little bit of a lead here now. Death Row all the way from Germany. I always love to see Death Row out there. Suds, I will say the Atari version seems to have a larger play field. It does. It has a bigger screen where we know the Commodore had that border around it. T for different reasons. Okay. Ooh, this is someone new. Seville Town Crier. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. Atari. Okay, cool. Love seeing all these new faces. Jay Keel, like the contest? Thank you. Thank you. I think it's fun. It gives y'all a chance instead of me telling you my opinion. I like to hear y'all's opinion. All right. It's slowing down. So it looks like we are going to, it's going to end with the Commodore 64 also taking this victory. 8, 6, and 2. HDV ref AAA. If you put more than just an A, C, or T, it won't count. You just got to just put one. You can't catch it up to give it the lead. HD ref, I think that's new. I don't think I've said your name yet either. Welcome. I don't recognize you, but glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody. Oh, I see GDL Arcade out there. I haven't said hello to you, buddy. Good to see you. Mike R. Ooh, some of the Ataris popping up. Leaving it open for some more people to put it in there. Love to see all the faces out there. I guess Sunday more people have a better chance. Looks like we got 66 people concurrently out there. Yeah, I had church this morning too, GDL, but no worries. No worries that you missed the first hour. I went early. I was at church at 8 a.m. this morning. Oh, Atari's taking the lead. I used to be a late riser. I can't do it anymore. I wake up now, 6 o'clock. Follow me because of the Commodore. The Bonky Kong. That's a new one too, Atari. That's right. Heavenly Father always comes first. All right, guys. All right. I wasn't trying to just leave it, but it looks like some more have come in. So the Atari, we're going to leave it. It's a very close tie, 10-10. Now the Atari back. It's a very close. I would actually give this one a tie. It's just too close. What joystick are you using for the Commodore 64? I am using my gym stick today, brother. Always my favorite, even though it's probably the cheapest joystick that I own. It was always my favorite and what I used as a kid. I like that it has that bend on it. All right, we're going to end with that. Atari with the 12-11. Again, so close. It just keeps going back and forth. Love all the voting, though, guys. Gem stick, yes, I love my gem stick. I would not trade it for anything. In fact, every time I see one for sale at like the Vintage Computer Festival or something, I got to snag it. And because I know they break. And so anytime I see one, I get another one. All right. I'm going to end the voting there. Control Shift, stop. 12-13-2 is what that ended. So Atari had at the end had the lead, but it's so close. James loving the Commodore. Kabuto's loving the Atari. All right. Hey, Kabuto, I actually went out and looked at had your website out there. It looked like a blog. That was really cool. All right. Let's shut this off. Let's jump to the next one here. I think I'm ready for some good old Popeye. Can't go wrong with Popeye. One of my favorite games from the 80s. Cartridges. Again, I'm using my Ultimate 2 Plus cartridge to play everything on my Commodore 64. Parker Brothers Popeye. I actually own the original cartridge of Popeye. I should show that while I'm here. Hold on one sec. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. Just because I gotta give these games some love when I can. We switch to full time. Here we go. So there's my official Popeye box cartridge. And I love these Parker Brother game boxes. And when I can show originals, I like to show originals. Not always, but I try to show them to you guys. Again, it has the Popeye manual in here, and this is for the Commodore 64. I don't have a lot of the manuals for the 5200 for whatever reason. I have boxes in the games, but not so much. All right, so we're going to start next up with Popeye. Let me set this back down. And let's see here. So, going to switch over here to side by side. Now let's just start with the Atari so we can see that. All right, Atari. Let's see how hard or easy it is to play with this unique joystick for the 5200. Hit start. Not sure what I punch with. Bottom button. Bottom button punches. Both sides, it's always the bottom. Yep. Gotta catch those hearts. Ooh, punch. Oh, he got me. Oh, it's hard to go into angles. Why can I not go down in an angle? Uh-oh. I was able to do angles before. Oh, that's not good. Let's see, I can go down. Nope. Can I go up? There's up. But it's not going down. Oh, it's hard when the controller's not working. Why is it not going down? Neither way. Alright, I'm going to get a different controller. Because I don't want that to count against Popeye just because my controller all of a sudden now doesn't want to go down. It went down in all the other games just fine. Let's shut that off real quick. Not that I probably not even have to shut that off. Let's see if this other one is not my favorite. Just because it doesn't have the black piece on there, it makes it even harder. But can I go down? It won't let me go in an angle. I can go up just fine. Oh, poor Popeye. I did not test this one, but it'll go up, but it won't go down. I at least gotta play this on the Atari. It just doesn't want to go in an angle. I'm clearly pushing in an angle. It won't even go. I think this one should let me just go down. I'm not going down. Wow. Huh. I guess I have to stay on this level. Oh. I can't just punch him without being spinached up. That's terrible. So this is the first one that I played where the controller is just completely let me down. And I know my controllers can go down because we did it in Dig Dug, we did it in all of them. So I'm not really sure why it can't go down on this one. Ah, I can't even get down there to get the heart. I gotta try again. That just baffles me. No? Just doesn't want to. Alright. So that's the Atari 5200. Unfortunately, I can't really show you a good version of it. With the controller, it just doesn't want to work. So let's switch now to the Commodore 64. All right, here's the Commodore. Let me see what everyone's saying about that. Maybe I'm missing something. People talking gyrus. Was it Brutus in US and Bluto in the UK? Yeah, I'm not sure where's which. I heard them both ways here in the US. I always called him Brutus. All right. Let's play some Commodore version. One player game. I'm important. Way too loud. And I'm supposed to be in port one. Look at that. I can go down a level. I can tell you that I played tested the Popeye on the 5200 and it worked just fine. I could go down levels. I'm not sure why it's not working today. Unless I broke my joystick in this short time, both of them, to make it where they can't go down. That's very bummer. I always liked this game as a kid. We used to have it in the library on the Atari 800. They had an Atari 800 in my elementary school library before I even had my Commodore. And that was the first time I ever played Popeye. God, I love how it turned green, right? Love to take out Brutus, or Bluto, or whatever you want to call him. Fighting over skinny old olive oil. Not sure who would fight over olive oil, but they did. I guess they were limited in their options. Of course, that Popeye movie came out with Robin Williams in the 80s. I can't say I was a fan. As a kid, I remember going to it and not really thinking. I was like, this is for kids? It just seemed too dark. Don't get me. Ah, this one we got Wimpy down here. Uh-oh. Oh, I can go up and down. Oh, dang it. Ran into his arm. Woo! You got me. Good old Popeye. Love it. Love it. All right. So that's the Commodore 64 and the Atari 5200 version. And we are going to go, I'm going to open it up to a vote. Either Commodore, Atari, or tie. Let's see what you got. The 5200 needs to be centered just right on boot, or it's off and won't work. Oh, hidden track. Thank you. We should try that. Let's try that. All right. Because I really want to get that 5200. Y'all keep voting. I'm going to be over here doing my own thing here with the Atari. Because I want to. So you're saying needs to be centered just right. Just right on boot. Okay. Just right. Shut it off. Turn it on. Oh, wait. I don't have the right controller in here. I want to do the good one. Y'all can keep voting. I'm just trying to see if this makes a difference for the Atari. Just right. Power off. Power on. Yeah, I hope to. Let's see here. Aha! You were right, hidden track. Did you see that? I went down. Well, just for a second, I did it. You had to have the controller in the right spot when it boots up, or the controller did not work correctly. And I did not know that until Hidden Track just told me. Another reason I love these lives, because you guys can do the research for me and keep me straight. Look at that. I can go down. I can be on the bottom level. Can I go down this way? Yep, both sides. Yes. All right. We got to give Atari a fair shot now, right? Of course. All right. Now that it's working, let me shut this off real quick. Yes, I know Commodore blew it away, but I got to play this. Let's go big screen too. Atari web. Sorry, wrong button. All right, here we go. It's hard to punch on this version, so that's why I just avoid those cans. The buttons just aren't as responsive as the Commodore 64 when you start punching. Let's get him. Let's get him. He knocked it out. Oh, so literally each time I got to make sure that controller's in the right spot because it messes up your controls. Because again, now I can't go down again. What a pain that is. That is crazy, Atari. What were you thinking on this one? Wow. So literally, I got to have it a little bit to the right of center when I start it to make it go down. Let's see if I did. Did I just get lucky? Oh, there we go. Wow. I have learned something new in my 54 years of playing Popeye. I did not know it mattered where the controller's stick was. Interesting. Oh, I got a can finally. Oh, I'm stuck. Just as a hard game, there's just too many angles, too much control that this joystick just doesn't handle well. but I had to get a full game. Oh, go get him. Can't waste that spinach. No way. No way. Oh. Ooh. Oh. All right, so I agree with everybody. The Commodore version is 100% better, but I wanted to show that the Atari does actually work, and you could. And I guess, I'm sure kids back in the day, we were very resilient. We could keep trying until we figured it out and get the habit. You get used to this controller. But to make last minute quick decisions with this controller, you cannot. Ooh, don't go back. Again, welcome to everybody who's here on the stream. Awesome to all y'all being out there here on Sunday. A little show I call Friday Night Live, but this special occasion we're doing Sunday. So glad to see all these new faces, and if you're new to Floppy Deep Dive, don't forget to subscribe. We're doing this every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if we have enough interest to do it, once a month on Sunday, I might, just so all the other people can do that. All right, let's see what's going on. We already voted. We know that the Commodore 64 version is better, and I have to agree 100%. All right, let's see what's going on here. Even though the 52 is based on the Atari, for it needed to play on the Atari XEGS to have an equal matchup. Crime Fighter, I'd love, if I had one, I would love to do it, but this is what I had. If we were in 1982, that wouldn't have been an option. So imagine we're in 82. These are my two choices. Someone changed their vote. That's okay. Let's open it back up. If someone changed their vote, I'll let you vote again on Popeye. If you changed it after that, pick what you want on there. Yeah, I haven't played Popeye in a long time, JK in a long time either. Go ahead and vote. C for Atari. C for Commodore, A for Atari, T for tie. I'm still drinking coffee here at 12:45 in the afternoon for me. That's a long time to be drinking coffee. Love to see everybody out there. Again, feel free to vote again. If you don't want to, that's okay. I just wanted everyone to have a shot. Kabuto Coder liked it with the Atari. Garrett with the Commodore. I'm going with the Commodore. But we're well into over 90 minutes. I'm going to take a break here. I think most people already voted, so they're not again, so that's okay. I'm going to take a break right here. Give me some water instead of coffee to drink. And I will let you enjoy again some more Sid music, and I will be right back. So I don't know if I ever introduced my baby who sits outside my door the whole time, want me to come play while I'm in here doing this. But this is Mabel. She's my corgi. Actually, it's my son's corgi, but I call her my corgi. And since I was out there, she was wanting some loving. So I thought I'd introduce you if you've never seen Mabel before. And now let me put her back out so she could just wait for me again. Oh, sorry to interrupt Benny Hill. All right, let me put her back down. I'll be right back. Here. Let's see if it goes back. My joystick, mouse is very... There, we finished up the Benny Hill. I got Mabel back outside, back out the door. And I also found this. So this is the adapter I was talking about that works with the 5200 so you could play the 2600 games. Has it in the top. So if you ever seen one of these before or haven't seen one of these before, this is what it looks like. And you just insert it in like you would do a normal cartridge. And then you would put in your 2600, which doesn't look like I have any 2600s handy or available. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Pretty cool. But that's what you had to do if you wanted to play 2600 games on your 5200. I love German Shepherds. Very nice. I hope you all love the Sid music. It looks like a few people dropped off. I hope they didn't think it was the end. But I tried to take the break in the middle. Everybody could run to the bathroom, get their new drink. I'm switching to water instead of coffee. And I didn't think I've ever showed Mabel before, so I figured I'd show Mabel to you. She's my favorite dog. All right, now I got Mabel fur everywhere. Wipe that off. And let's go on to the next game. Now the next game we're going to play, I have never played before. Let's see, that's off. I'll take Popeye out of here. I never played before. And it is, someone said it was the best game that's on the 5200, and it's Countermeasure. And it's not, as far as I'm aware, it's not on the Commodore 64, so we're just going to look at the Atari version of it. So this is what Countermeasure looks like on the Atari. Again, I've never played it before. So this will be my first time. And if this is your first time seeing it, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Let's start it up. And I'm not really sure. Okay, it looks like I'm a tank. How do I drive? So I got side to side. And I could fire. Kind of like a combat fire. Can't shoot through trees though. Can I go up? Kind of hard to control, but let me see if I can figure out how the controls work. Whew. Can you not shoot at me while I'm trying to learn how to drive? All right, we took that out. That looks like, how did I get through here? Trying to just drive in between, but it's still going very slow. See if I can get to an opening. How do I turn my gun? Oh, I use the button to turn the gun. Okay, I'm learning it here slowly. It is harder to drive than I expected it to be. All right. That was round one of Tom learning how to play Countermeasure. So that goes all the way around if I hold that button. Okay. But sideways, forget that. Let's see if we go over here. Turn this back around. Oh, I got that. I don't know what that does. Oh, you can't just crash into that gun. But at least I'm controlling out that side so I can practice a little bit here. I don't see any time limit. Maybe there is. Can I go through trees eventually? Yep. I'm sure the mountains are just as slow. Good gravy. Woo! Made it through it. Made it through it. I was just trying to get used to these controls of controlling the gun and one controlling my my tank itself. Is a lot harder. Too much for this old brain to keep up with. Interesting, interesting. So that's Counter-Strike. I wish I was better at it, guys, but I'm sure if I had time to practice, I could get better. We won't do any voting on that one. I'm just showing that one so you could see. Not, I call it Counter-Strike. That's Countermeasure on the 5200. So let's jump to the next one here. Jungle Hunt, Popeye, we played all those. I was going to show you something awesome. So not all of them work as amazing as you think. So here's my Joust. I was going to play it, but I could never get it to work. So something inside, I've cleaned it multiple times, tried everything that I knew, but there's more to it than just cleaning. It just won't get past this jarbled mess that's at the top. So I wasn't able to show you Joust today. And the other one I wasn't able to show you that I wanted to show you was Missile Command. See, look, it even missing the 2 numbers after the 19. And then see how jarbled this just gets crazy. And yeah, so those are my 2 cartridges that I could not get to work. But now we're going to get to the box ones. We're going to start with Defender. Sorry for the snow if it's ultra loud on your side. I have not taken these out of the boxes, so if any of these don't work, I apologize in advance, but that's all part of the live. And I didn't have time to play them all. All right, so we got 1 player, 2 player, and game demo. This one I know we have on the Commodore 64 too, so we'll see the Commodore 64 version after this one. So I guess these numbers are what work, so I'm going to try to just push 1. And then press the start button. And let's see what fires. Okay, so the bottom button's firing. Welcome to everybody who's new out there. Again, the star of the show this week on Sunday is the Atari 5200. Playing from my own collection here. A real Atari 5200, not emulated. And we're playing some Defender. And if the game's on the Commodore 64 too, we will play it also on the Commodore 64. And then vote afterwards which one we like. Pretty much Commodore 64 is dominating, besides Jungle Hunt. Jungle Hunt was a toss-up between the 2 systems. Or I think actually in the end Atari came out. course, Defender was on everything. My first Defender at home was on my 2600. I like the TI-99 version of Defender. All right, that's my mulligan. That's me warming up. JK played it on 26 and C64. Yep. Retro Snake played it on the Atari ST. I'd like to get an ST. Do you still own the ST? I can't get the trackball to even work correctly. Death Row, give it more alcohol. I gave Joust so much alcohol there, Death Row. I cleaned it and cleaned it. I polished it. I just could not get that thing to work. Maybe I'll do a live of trying to fix Joust and trying to fix the missile command to see if I could get it working. Hey, Ninko Music, good to see you. Good to see you. Love it. Love to see you guys out there. Red Glass, yeah, that was my first time too. And of course the arcade. But it didn't cost us a quarter. Let's start and play this version again. Let's go the other direction. I believe my smart bombs are the top. My top button is my smart bomb. Yep. See if I can catch that guy. Oh! Again, it's hard for that, with this joystick to have that control that I'm used to feeling. It's not impossible, but it's definitely harder with this joystick. I'm sure it was a learning skill. Once you played it enough, you probably got used to it. Like anything. Like, you know, in television, you got used to in television controllers. That makes me think I need to have an Intellivision night. Play some Intellivision games. Eventually I'll go through all my collection on these lives. And of course, normally I always compare them to my C64 since that's my childhood system. All right. That's Defender on the Atari 5200. Now, I just don't have a lot of room here. Let's go to here. And let's find it. Still got Popeye loaded up here. Let's load up Defender here on the Commodore 64. Again, I'm pretty sure it was a cartridge. And like I said, we had these, it seems like I got so many Defender versions across all the different systems because Defender seemed to came out for all systems. And there we go. Here's the Commodore 64 version. I'm going to make the Commodore 64 version big. If I can find the right one. Boom. Nope, that's Atari. That's Commodore. All right. Love the SID music, the SID chip. Made such a difference in our games, didn't it? For us Commodore kids, having the SID. He's still my people. Oh! The thing with the Commodore is you did not, though, have the 2 buttons. So, of course, Smart Bomb was probably spacebar, if I remember correctly. I couldn't even get past Attack Wave 1 on the 5200, which is sad. I think that speaks more on me than it does the 5200. I need to find someone who will come do my live shows with me and have them play one system while I play the other system, so they're always both playing side by side. I don't know if I could get my son to volunteer 3 hours of his life to do that. So any volunteers who want to come over and come to Texas and play some games with me on One Live, give me a holler. Must be dog friendly. I guess I should try my smart bomb once at least, right? My Commodore today's over off to the side. Normally I have it here in front of me, but since it wasn't the star of the show, I have it over here as my side, and it's a little hard to hit spacebar over here and control the joystick. I gotta play one more time. I just love this version. I do remember seeing the 5200 at Walmart when I was a kid. At that time, I only had the 2600. They usually would have it set up so you could play it, right? At least see what it looks like. I always thought the Coleco looked so cool when I was a kid, too. I've got a cartridge coming with all the games on it, so we'll have a Coleco night here shortly. I love that system. I think they have a lot of cool games on that system. And I actually have a lot of cartridges for it, but I thought it'd be cool to have the cartridge with all the games. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of versus videos, long form, C64 versus Atari. I've got C64 versus NES, C64 versus the Apple IIe. We did the 7800 versus, now we're doing the 5200. So I just like I said, I grew up with the Commodore. I'm a Commodore guy, so that's what I like comparing things to. And then if you were a child with one of these other systems, it doesn't mean one's better than the other or whatever your memory holds. But I just find it interesting. If I went to my buddy's house and had a 5200, and he says, let's play Defender versus if you were at my house playing Defender, what it looked like. And the good thing about these arcade classics, you can just pick them up and start playing, right? Which is a blast. If you're just now joining, welcome to the Retro Room. This show is actually called Friday Night Live, but we're doing it on Sunday this week. Got me. Just because I wanted to give Garrett a break and not have to stay up till 2 in the morning. And I had a wedding. Next Friday, unfortunately, I can't do a live, but not unfortunately, I'll be on vacation. And I'm going to be heading to Canada. So we will not have, it'll be my first week where I did not have a live. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but I'm excited about going up to Quebec. All right, so that's Defender on the Commodore. Now we're going to vote, folks. I'm going to switch it over. Just don't have a lot of room for my mouse here. I'm fighting everything, it feels today. All right. So that was Commodore 64 on the Atari, and we're going to vote. I'm going to open up the voting now. Control, Shift, Vote. C for Commodore, A for Atari, T for tie. And let's see what's going on. Right. I should have been elbowing it. I wish I would have read your thing. I would have gave that a shot. NES Encyclopedia. When I was a kid, I would like put my feet up on the table and use like my big toe to push the space bar. But it's kind of hard to use your big toe when you're standing playing these games. But I found out I like standing for these lives. I feel like I can move more and I feel more free than when I'm stuck in the chair. And I can be more emotional. I can move. So stand for 3 hours. Hey, thanks. I appreciate for the nice vacation. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be going to some retro stores in Quebec and checking them out and making videos of it. So I'll share them with you guys. Hopefully they'll be cool. Maybe they'll be all like a all in French. So it could be cool. Commodore's in a big lead right now, 7-2 for Defender. Oh, Nika can't stand. I understand. After a while, I get a little sore. So I do have my seat here, but I'm a little over 2 hours, so I'm doing pretty good. A programming series. I have not tried doing anything with programming. I've focused mostly on games. I'm not sure how that would go. Right. I love checking out retro game stores when I'm in other towns or countries or wherever I'm at versus what, my normal is in locally. And so I'm excited to see what they have up there in Canada. It's actually my first time out of the United States. I had to get a passport for this. I've always just traveled within the United States, so glad to actually expand. I'm still in North America, but I will be out of the United States for the first time in my life. But next year I'm going to Vietnam. Yes, US has plenty of places to visit without ever leaving it. But I do want to one day go across seas. I'd love to go to UK, Quebec. I'm going to Quebec. Someone said I was saying Quebec, but I think they say you're supposed to say it Quebec. Yeah. Atari's video. You know how it is. I wish my 800XL had it, but I have to do that upgrade to get that S video out of it. And of course, these are original. So when you're using original hardware, that's just how it was back, how it was back in the day. I'm going to make a video of emulation versus original hardware for the Atari so everyone can see. Right? Tell me, it's amazing how huge the 5200 is. It takes up so much space, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to be storing in here. My cartridges really don't even fit in here. I guess my power supply maybe I put in the back area. Is that what that's for? Quebec City, yes, Quebec City. There's an old Quebec and a new Quebec, and I'm going to be in the city. I know there's a whole Quebec region, but I'll be in the city. Gorgeous. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. I've never been there. I heard it is gorgeous to see. All right, cool. Old at the bottom. Quebec region's 4 times larger than France. Interesting. Yeah, I saw it's a huge area. I guess they have what? It's Providence's. Uh, I sent that poster to NES Encyclopedia, and it was interesting trying to pay U.S. dollars in a Canadian site. For some reason, some companies wouldn't even let me pay, so I had to find someone who could actually would take my money. My food isn't good. Yeah, I'll see. I like I said, never been there. I'll be eating a lot of food, so I'll let you know what I find out on it. I'm excited about it though. Very cool. All right, all right. So where do we end up here? So Commodore 64, 11. So Defender goes to the Commodore. I would agree. The 5200, again, it's the limit of the cartridges. It's just blah. All right, let me shut this off. Try not to snow y'all out. Let me put this cartridge back in the box so I don't have a huge mess to clean up afterwards. Oh, this is one of the ones actually have the manual for. One of my very few manuals I've noticed. I'll do it afterwards. I always have so much stuff afterwards these lives, just stuff everywhere that I clean up. All right, let's grab this one here. And we're going to play next up Galaxian on the Atari 5200. Down in that little corner, I guess I should show you big. I got to get these buttons. I'll get fancy someday, guys. If you haven't known, this is probably our 12th or 13th live. I haven't been doing this for that long a time, but I love it. It's now a staple of Floppy Deep Dive. And the lives, I just have a blast. I love hanging out with you guys. Love talking to you, hearing others inside and out. I've learned so much. Try to open this up and not tear up the boxes any more than it needs to be. This one also has the manual in it. Cool. As you can see, I haven't done really a deep dive into any of these 5200 games really. Now some games have the little things that go over top the numbers, I noticed. Let me see if I find one that had it. I don't seem to have a bunch of them, but I didn't really point this out. It's kind of like the Intellivision. So these would go over the top of your number keys, and they had it in the back of the cartridge where they could go in. This one obviously didn't have it. I don't have them for a bunch, but there's the sleeves that go over like Intellivision. Let me see if I had another one. I think my Missile Command that didn't work, but it did have the slide overs. What's the official name of those? I'm not sure. Controller covers, slide overs, whatever you want to call it. Some games have them, some games don't. I don't know if they all came with them originally. I never had a 5200 as a kid. But let's load up Galaxian. And we're going to go to the Commodore 64. And let's see if they have a cartridge version of it to make my life easy. I hope. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. There's Galaxian. All right, let's switch back over now to C64 versus Atari. I must not hit the power button. Oh, I got to actually turn my power back on the VCR. I shut it off so you guys didn't get blasted. Let me shut this off. And let's play some Galaxian. Sound should be all good. Everybody's on. Let's go to the full screen here for Galaxian. Let me see if I can start it. Let me see if I can figure out which button fires. It's amazing what all they came up with from Space Invaders. That's one I don't have, is Space Invaders for the 5200. I'm sure it's out there. That would seem to be a logical one that they would have made for it. It just hung there. It didn't want to keep going. Oh! I don't have an auto fire. I mentioned the uniqueness back in the day. They had a pause button, which that's the pause, but how annoying was that? Hey, and it killed it. By pausing, it killed that guy. I don't know why. But back in the day on the 2600, we didn't have a way to pause it. You had to go to the bathroom. Your game is over. All right, let's play another round of that. I'm liking this one. It seems the other button doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know if I have shields or anything. When I push it, it doesn't do anything. I appreciate y'all hanging out here in my, what I call my retro room. I have to remember that people are coming and going, and things I said earlier in the show, they might not always know what's going on. Today we're playing the Atari 5200. And we're comparing the versions to the Commodore 64 when there is a version of it out there. Normally we do this on Friday Night Live, but this is the Sunday edition, and I actually like it. I like a Sunday edition. Maybe it's something I'll add once a month or add every now and then, just so I can get all my Floppy Deep Divers subscribers who are over in the UK and in Germany and France can watch and not be so late. I like this one. I enjoy that. What are y'all thinking about this one here? Big fan of this game on the Atari 52. I do too. I like it. Hey, Random Bits, it's good to see you on a Sunday, brother. Awesome to see ya. I'm missing some of my Friday regulars, and but love to see everybody. Love to see everybody. Awesome. All right, so that was Galaxian on the Atari 5200, which I think is an awesome version. Now we're going to switch over to the Commodore 64. Boom. Make sure I'm in the right port. F1 for options. F1 to start the game. Oh, wrong port. No pause button for the Commodore 64. I wish I could go through the screen and come out the other side. Trying to get under you guys. They just keep coming. Whew. Just dive bombing me constantly. Trying to just stay in the middle of them all. I saw someone in the chat said there's a TI 99 awesome version of this. That's another system that I do have, and we will be playing one day on Friday Night Live. That one I do have a cartridge of all the ROMs. So any game is up for game, but I also have a few others. Everybody mentions Parsec when they think of the TI 99. Seems to be the one most people liked. So if you like these kind of lives where you see old systems, different systems, original systems and not emulation, you've come to the right place. And I've got a lot of different systems to show. I still got to go with my MSX2 that I got from VCF this year. So much to do, so much to do. And I'm excited to check them all out. And the good thing about retro games, they're all evergreen, right? It never changes. It doesn't matter you watch this today or you watch it in 2030. It's the same thing. All right, so that's the Commodore 64 version of Galaxian. What'd you think of that one, guys? See what people saying here? People are loving the Atari. Well, we got to get a vote in here. So I'm going to go ahead, open up the voting now. Oh, let me get to the right screen so your votes count. Boom. All right. C for Commodore, A for Atari, T for tie, if you don't know by now. Vote away, guys. Vote away. Just type it in there. I'm seeing a lot of Atari love in the comments. Atari is taking it away. $7 square. Yes, Atari for sure. One Commodore, James. James isn't giving up on the Commodore version. The arcade version. And now GL Arcade, that's something else we'll be doing. We're going to be doing how do games compare to the arcade. That one will be emulation. It'll be my Retro Pi playing arcade games, and we'll have those side by sides comparing to the port of whatever system we want. But that's another one that we'll be doing in the future of a Friday Night Live. Eating Big Macs every day. Garrett, I agree. It looks so impressive. You could have cut the whole back part off of it and not make it so big, but it is so cool. And I would love to play a 4-person game on here. Would be cool to check out one day just to see how it is. I don't know what the Big Mac stuff's about, so I'm going to just let that one go. All right. Atari blew it out of the water on this one. Love it. Love it. Well, look at the 5200 come through. If your buddy had the 5200 and they had Galaxian, that is the house you wanted to go to. Yeah, 4-player would be fun. I'm not sure which games all offered it on the 5200. I have to research that, but that would be really cool. I would have to get 2 more joysticks that actually work because I only have 2 that actually work. All right. So that's the Galaxian on the 5200. So let's go ahead and we'll move on to another one here. Again, I'm going to shut the power off on the VCR first, just so it doesn't blast you with the snow. Even though I love the retro sound of that snow. I could go to sleep to that kind of sound. All right, we got to play a classic Super Breakout for the Atari 5200, because I think it's what this game system, a lot of people know it for. I've got two versions, so whichever one works, that's the one we'll use. All right, I'm going to shut off the voting now. I think we clearly got that the Atari was much better one on that one. We'll close that off. And let's go ahead and grab, show what we got here. Let me go full screen real quick. Boom. So we're going to be playing now Super Breakout. And again, another one that I got the manual for. Never opened it or read it before, but I think we know how to play it, right? Or we'll figure it out anyway. So let's put this bad boy in here. And let's go to the Atari screen. Uh-oh, I got to turn my VCR on. Just too many buttons. I want to see the first screen because I love the Atari logo like that. I just love that all the games start like that. I don't know why. That's just me, but I like that. All right. We've all played it. We all know it. It's better with a controller, paddle controller, but I don't have it. I don't know if I ever played this version. So here we go. Is there a Super Breakout on Commodore? I don't know. Let's see. Here we got back and forth. We're going to hit start. Oh my gosh. This is hard with this controller. Okay. Wow. It's so sensitive. I do have the trackball. I don't even know if it works, guys, but we will. I'm going to try it with this one and see if it works with this, or even if it's made to work for this. Maybe I'll wait to do that with Centipede. Because I've never tried it. I've got it in this box over here. And I don't remember if I ever tested it or not. Wow, this is hard with this controller. I need more pinpoint control. Oops. Doesn't like when I push that. Let's do another round. See if I can get better. Oh, it just moves so fast. Oh, so hard. Again, I'm just average Joe America trying to play this game how someone would in the 80s using this controller. And I'm sure the kids got really good at it. And I'm trying to do that in a quick 5 minutes. If it keeps coming to the middle, I'm good. It starts making me move, I'm in trouble. Did they have the 5200s over in the UK? Did you guys have these systems over there? Or in Germany or in France? Was this even a thing? Wow, that's hard. Twist the stick? I mean, you could rotate. What? Is that true? Are you telling me I could turn this and it moves it? Well, it's not really moving it. That's me moving the thing. Twist. This doesn't do anything. I'm turning the knob. The knob doesn't do anything. Does the knob supposed to do something? Look, here I am, guys. There's nothing happening when I'm turning this knob. I'm spinning it. Oh, I was wondering if the Atari 5200 was out there in Europe. Is that something you guys could purchase? Yeah, and unless it's just this controller, I didn't know that was even an option. That's supposed to spin. I could try my other one and see if that controller does something. Let's see. Doesn't hurt to test. Enjoy the snow. All right, I got the other one in here. No, that doesn't do anything. There's no twist in the knob. Unless I had to push something to switch it to twist the knob. Where's Hidden Track when I need him? Always turn the knob. Nope. Knob does nothing unless there's a way to turn the knob on. But neither one, just twisting, did anything. Whew. All right, that joystick, no. It's fine. Let's go back to this. Ugh. Oh, I'm getting stiff from standing. All right. All right. Might have to get to the booth. I'm going to go back to just trying this back and forth. But, hey, I have the manual. Let's see if the manual says anything about switching it to where you can use the rotator thing or not. Because now you got me curious if that's even an option. Dun, dun, dun. Press start. 4-player game selection. There's a trackball paddle action. After serving the ball to make contact and keep the ball in play, push your joystick or trackball right or left. Doesn't say anything about it, just says push it right or left. Nothing about twisting. I don't know anything about that, guys, but I don't see anything that says I could twist my joystick. Here in Europe, Atari 2600 was a big hit. The 5200 never saw the day of light here. Interesting. An early marketing claim that never made it to stores. All right, okay. Well, I'm glad it wasn't just me. I thought maybe, I was like, I never heard of that before. I do have the trackball. Where'd I lay it now? Again, I have no idea if this thing works. I am going to plug it in and see. And you'll see when I see. It said it had the trackball option. I just have no room. I'm running out of room. It's hard when you got 2 systems set up plus your PC. All right. Boom. Let's unplug this. Let's plug this in. I love learning about this stuff though with you guys. Well, it is making some kind of movement, but not really. So it kind of detects it, but nothing starts it. My start button won't start it. I wonder if I could start it with my controller. Let's see if there's anything that I need to do. Again, learning on the fly here, guys. Boom, boom, boom. I find it fascinating. I hope you do too. Cartridge. You don't need it, but if you do have it, you can. Press start. All right. Let's reset it and let's see if that helps. Nothing. Won't let me start with it. Darn it. I wanted to try it. All right. That's long enough. I won't put you guys through that any longer. Let me put that back up. I'll work out that and figure that out another day. All right, Super Breakout. One less play with this cartridge. With this, see the controller, how I can do. Just gotta be slow, steady. Dang it. Whew. It's hard to get back to the middle. Yeah, whew. It's just tough with this controller. So that's Super Breakout on the Atari 5200. Again, I'm not going to compare it to the Commodore. I don't think there's an official version Commodore. Yeah, I got to have a paddle. I'm right there with you. It's just too tough with that controller. All right, let's shut that one off. Let's move on to another game here. Let's see what I got left that I haven't played yet. Shut that so you don't have to blast all out. Let's go back to full screen here. And let's play. I'm going to grab and check out the Centipede version on the 5200. Again, I appreciate everybody joining out there today on this special Sunday edition. Let's see what all y'all said about Breakout before I jump into this. See where we're at. The monitor got my mom speaking about. And good combo, but nothing directly on that. Let's see. Mace Jawa had a Specky. That's another thing. I do have a ZX Spectrum too. That'll be another live night where we'll compare the two. All for my UK buddies. I would love to have an Amstrad to compare. That's my one next system I would like to get. That and Atari ST. All right, let's go to Centipede here. Let me switch it over. Boom, boom, boom. Atari Web and Hardware. All right, here is the 5200 version of it. I got so much stuff stacked everywhere. I feel like it's all gonna just fall on top of me. All right. Whew. All right. Give me my mulligan here to get started. Ooh, that spider coming out strong on me. Trying to avoid it. Again, same issue. Trying to get used to the controls is a little bit difficult. Centipedes would be a good one to test the controller on because you got so much freedom to move and angles and all the different directions. Ooh, got it. I think it was the Commodore one that thing drops. I noticed this version doesn't have anything dropping. Oh, there it is. Spoke too soon. Just hadn't happened yet. Oh, just when I thought I was getting better. Give me another round. All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Oh, I'm liking the Centipede version on the 5200. I am not against it at all in the least. All right. So that was the 5200. Let me get the Commodore. Probably not loaded up, but let me get the cartridge version in here. Move some stuff out of my way. Good gravy. Where's my controller? All right. And I believe we played this the other day when we did the 7800. I believe we've got a Centipede cartridge. Yep. It's easier for me when it is. All right. And this is the Atari soft version on the Commodore 64. Oh, this is what I grew up with. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh, this is tough. All right, I want to go to the big screen because it's a little bit harder for me to play on that tiny one. All right. Ooh. I think I was doing better on the 5200. Not that this is a bad version, but I actually like them both. This one is a little bit tough. But I would blame it more on the user than it is the game. By this time in the stream, I start to get a little tired, a little fatigued. All right, you've seen it. We've all seen Centipede. Love it on both systems, but we gotta vote. So let's go ahead, let's vote on this bad boy. Let me switch it over to the screen here. And open up the voting. Commodore, Atari, or tie. This will be our last one for the day. So get it in there, get your votes in. It is thank you, Garrett. I always appreciate the positivity from Garrett. It is a tough one. It's a tough one. I did better on the 5200. I think it's the Commodore's making all the noise. Atari is getting the win on this one. Love it. Atari's got a good lead. Ninko Music, I agree with you. I love the feel of these old systems, the keyboards. I just love everything. it's my favorite to go in there, and I'm just happy that I own these and to continue to add to my collection of retro stuff because I just love to play on the original hardware. The birthplace of Elite. A lot of people like the game Elite. But back to Centipede, a lot of people like the game Centipede on the Atari 5200. And the Atari 5200 has taken the lead. Well, not of all the games, but taken the lead on the Centipede. And it looks like most people like that version. That is awesome. All right, guys. On that note, I'm going to wrap up this version of Sunday Day Live of our normally Friday Night Live. Again, remember, we are not going to be having a live next Friday, but the following week we'll be back again, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, just like always. I hope y'all enjoyed the Sunday edition. I loved all y'all joining me. At one time we had over 70-something people out there, which is awesome. I don't think I even got that high ever on a Friday. So Sundays are really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed hosting it for you. And this is just what we do. And thank you so much for joining. If you're not a member, please be, join membership. 99 cents is all it takes to give the support. I love you guys for doing that, to keep me to be able to continue to do this. I need all your help and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Random Bets. Yes, I hope to have a safe trip and come back and hang out with you guys some more. I miss y'all on Friday. Christian Catholic, I miss y'all. It was good to be able to get this out of my system again because I was having a craving not doing it. So the show's officially over for that. Usually afterwards we just hang out. If anyone just wants to hang and chat and talk about anything, I'm going to do that for just a little while longer. Thank you all. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you people in the UK are enjoyed it where they didn't have to stay up so late. Awesome to see all these new faces. Thank you, Kabuto Coder. I appreciate it. Hidden Track, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I have a blast doing it. And I love to be able to play these systems and have a reason to play them, right? You're welcome. GDLRK, good to see you. Ninka Music, everybody. Death Row, thanks for always joining from Germany, even on the late night ones. NES Encyclopedia, yes, I will. I'm looking forward to Canada. I can't wait. Everyone seems always so nice I've ever met from Canada. Look forward to meeting the people, eating the food, hanging out in the towns. And don't forget, we will be back, not next Friday, but the following Friday, back to normal. I don't see a reason why we won't be doing it for a while after that, always on Friday. But if someone wants to do a Sunday, just let me know. And we'll jump and do a Sunday, maybe once a month or every now and then, whatever works best for people. Ah, from Czech. Very cool. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Favorite TV series is Dallas. I appreciate all the love from everybody. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the stream. I love doing it for you guys. And like I said, it's one of my favorite things to do on my channel now. Hey, but did you have the record? I had the little 45 record of Who Shot JR. I used to know the lyrics by heart. I can't say that's the case anymore. Right? Well, you're in the music, you got to have the Who Shot JR. I forgot who shot him now. Right? The theme to Dallas. Dallas was so huge back in that day, that whole soap opera TV. It's the brunette. Did it? Was it his wife? Yes. Oh, yeah. I'd like to see y'all's picture of dogs that y'all have. Y'all got to see Mabel for the first time here on the stream. I don't think I've ever shared Mabel with you guys before. Um, she's just the sweetest. Love my puppy. Watch parties. Wow. Wow. I didn't think it was the wife that shot him. I thought it was like Cliff or someone like that who shot him. Maybe Mabel will love that death row that she has a fan out there now. Oh, they both shot him? I I really just don't remember. I do love the music. You know, always that is it Pango or Chili Willy? Chili Willy on the C64 plays the Dallas theme. Yep, yep. She'll get a treat after this, you know, sitting outside my door this whole time. Sue Ellen did too. Okay. I thought it was just one. I didn't know they double shot him. He survived. Yep. He made it through it. Was Dallas big even oh, I guess over in the UK too then, right? Or over in France or wherever you live, Europe. Yeah, he was the I Dream of Jeannie dude. Yeah, Larry Hagman. Yeah, it was an interesting time back then. Hey, everybody loves Bruce Lee. Again, I'm glad NES Encyclopedia got his poster. Oh my gosh, I learned such a lesson. It would have cost me $50 just to send mail it to Canada. And I thought, oh my God, $50. Plus I had to make the poster. Luckily I could get on there to the Canadian website. I ordered it from a site in Canada to have it shipped to Canada to avoid that huge $50 shipping fee. I was like, this is crazy. What's the deal with Big Macs? You loving some Big Macs from McDonald's? 7 Up squared? Yeah, I was into cartoons too, Garrett. I was that Dallas, that was too old for me. Yeah, postage is crazy right now. I might have to keep it. Unfortunately, the contest within the United States is the lesson that I learned. It is very hard to send stuff outside of the U.S. unless I want to pay an arm and a leg for it. Oh, you just love them. Well, good. I'm glad you love the Big Mac. Yeah, I was just shocked by that. I thought, here's a gift that I'm giving out, and it's gonna, it was $50 to ship, and I was just like, oh. But I figured it out. I figured out how to buy it in Canada, ship from Canada, so it all worked out. But I was a little nervous for a little bit. I was like, dang, there goes that membership money. You 10 guys that are on my membership, they would have went the $10. Yeah, I was I was nervous. I was nervous. I was thinking because I had to keep my word, right? I had to get NES Encyclopedia his poster, and he did. If y'all didn't see what I do with my phone, he did send me a picture. And if you didn't see this earlier, I wanted to show it again. He did send me a picture. This is an NES Encyclopedia. He told me I could show it, and he got his Bruce Lee poster. So now there's a Bruce Lee poster in Canada. So I thought it was cool, and I appreciate that he shared that with me. Right, We all need a Bruce Lee poster. Garrett, we'll have to wait for the postage to get better so I can ship it to you. Who knows what it costs me to get it shipped to the UK? Yeah, just so you know, that's my Bruce Lee poster that I have in my retro room. If y'all, all the new ones, never seen that before. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's almost the top of the hour, so I'm going to go get some lunch. I'm hungry. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate the support. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like these lives, thank you so much for all your support and supporting the channel. You guys are great. I love my community, and we'll be doing this again. So God bless and have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, Red Glass. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you to everybody. Y'all are just so kind and supportive, and I love it. Thank you. Have a good one.